statements. The financial statements are extremely strong. The assets are much more valuable as opposed to less valuable than are in the statements. The institutions that all were paid off, they were paid up, it was done, they made money, they had no fraud, there was absolutely no fraud. They all made money, they're all happy, 100% happy. And I think very importantly is everything, many, many warnings, page 1, page 2, and many pages, it says, please, you must understand that you have to do your own due diligence, and you have to, above all, do your own research and analysis. Do not rely on anything. Do not rely on the financial statement. Also, the financial statements are very strong in terms of cash, liquidity, and everything else. This case is a scam. There can't be fraud when you've told institutions to do their own work. This case is a fraud, and it's a scam. Thank you very much.
How did this affect the election?
Why is it a scam?
Why is this a scam?
Mr. Trump, will you be testifying?
I mean,
Why did you decide to come? You didn't have to.
I don't have to, because this trial is a rigged trial. It's a fraudulent trial. The Attorney General is a fraud, and we have to expose her as that. You see what's going on? It's a rigged deal. And frankly, you saw what was just put out about Schumer and the principal clerk. That is disgraceful.
Speaker McCarthy, should he stay? Will you be able to vote to vacate him this afternoon, sir?
Sorry, keep walking. Keep walking.
Speaker McCarthy, should he stay? Will you be able to vote to vacate him this afternoon, sir?
So Donald Trump, perhaps not speaking for as long as many of us would have expected as he leaves court there. A judge indicating to him that he doesn't agree with his view that most claims in his civil business fraud trial are too old for court, as Donald Trump's defence was hoping. Our US correspondent Mark Stone is outside court. So, Mark, day two, what's been said in court?
Well, in terms of Donald Trump's defence, he has offered very similar words from those we saw yesterday. At times he's come out of the courtroom at a trial that he's not compelled to be at this stage at least, claiming witch hunt, as you heard just now, questioning why this trial is even happening, pointing out, which is factually correct, that the banks who lent him money as a consequence of him inflating the wealth of his properties here, the banks haven't complained. So he says, where is the where's the victim in all this? That is the core of his defence in this trial. Of course, the judge has said you don't need a victim in order to commit fraud, and it is worth pointing out, easily forgotten, that in fact the judge in a pre-trial ruling has already concluded that Donald Trump is fraudulent, that he did commit fraud, that he did inflate the price of his properties to secure loans. The reason for this trial is to work out the damages that need to be paid. So he has already lost his license to operate here in New York City, which means he has 10 days to explain how he will offset or remove his property assets here in New York. There will probably be an appeal on that, so it may well be longer. So yeah, a big moment. The other thing I was struck by, Jonathan, there were no cameras in court, but there were reporters in there who were feeding out information in terms of the body language. And what's interesting is, while Donald Trump, the man that we see center frame outside the courtroom, is angry, and you can see that, he remains angry sitting in the courtroom. He's been red-faced, he's been tapping his feet, he's been speaking quite angrily to his to his legal team at times, and he has been giving scowling looks to those on the other side, to the Attorney General Letitia James, who brought this case. But his legal team are being much more polite, more considerate with their opposite numbers. So a difference in the theatre that we are seeing in this, which is the civil trial, and I think it is a taste of what we will see over the course of the next year or so with those criminal trials, the much bigger criminal trials, one here in New York, one in Washington, D.C., one in Atlanta, Georgia, and the other in Miami in Florida.
Back tomorrow. Good day.
Speaker McCarthy is ousted, sir.